Hello, Oltco non-slip floors. Christine speaking. How can I help?
Oltco Limited has now been going for just shy of 10 years. It's a family company and it still is today. We had an ethos in the company that we would only use premium products. We would deliver a premium performance and also deliver a premium aftercare. We still work with the same ethic and we're now delivering contracts of thousands of metres. Tom Stringer, our contracts director, is by far one of the most important parts of our business.
Hi Martin, good to see you again. And you, Tom?
Every business out there is looking for their USP, and our USP is our people.
The things that we've got on at the moment are just looking at some of the stubborn areas to make sure that everything comes off so that when we're putting the coat down, the adhesion is perfect. My name is Tom Stringer, I'm the Technical Director of Oltco Limited. I'm here today at the old Pilkington building in Estover in Plymouth. This has been recently taken over by Hymec, who make bespoke parts for the aerospace industry.
There's two key bits to the floor. One, it's got to look good. Two, it's got to provide a safe environment. We are a CNC machining company. We do have forklifts. We have swarf bins that are on the floor. So we needed that technical expertise to understand what kind of flooring was needed.
The old Pilkington building itself had a lot of machinery that was bolted to the floor. It was left with a lot of bolt holes and bolts sticking up. So one of the big stages was to angle grind all the bolts off so that we could go over and fill those. We also paid special attention to the expansion joints. We used a clear epoxy with a thixotropic powder so that would then fill up the holes and create that seamless finish when the first coat and second coats went down. In the event that we get a much bigger hole, we use a resin patch filler, which sets harder than the concrete itself and gives amazing adhesion to the coatings that are going to go on top. Obviously, the preparation is the key of the coating into the floor and also the finish that you end up with. And what we found as we started to blast the surface was that there was paints upon paints upon paints. We had to pass over the blaster maybe 2-3 times in places, which then starts to damage the concrete substrate itself. We then took a diamond grinder to completely smooth the concrete out. On top of that, we used a planetary grinder to make sure all the swirl marks from the grinding had gone, so the final finish is a seamless finish. This building itself is just short of 40,000 square feet. About 1,000 litres of epoxy floor coating goes down per coat. You need a system in place that makes sure that you can put this down quick enough. The paint itself will start to cure within sort of 20 to 30 minutes. So we use a system of squeegees where the paint is actually poured in lines along the floor and squeegees pick that up to make sure it's distributed and then it's rolled to give it a seamless finish.
We'd used Oltco in the past in the 16,000. We'd grown confidence in their abilities. What we'd learned, there's floor painters and then there's floor painters. But for us, it was more than that. It was about the project management. You know, once the floor's down, that's it. You can't change it. And I think the bit that I'd emphasise is their attention to detail is second to none.
Every stage of the job is done to the highest standard, and I'll ensure that that's communicated to the customer. At times, not every single job runs smoothly, and we think, you know, at Oltco that it's how you deal with that and how you communicate that with the customer. When we have jobs that we are having problems with, we look back to our mission statement, which is all about premium quality products, premium quality service to give, you know, a quality finish. There are a number of different things that we could have done in different environments. We do a lot of chemical etching treatments on power floated concrete where the issue is purely slip resistance. You know, forklifts may be bringing in water onto the slab. We could then chemically treat that, etch the entrance area. We would then do slip resistance testing to ensure that the customer had a report to prove that their floor was safe as deemed by the health and safety executive, and it would cost a fraction of the price of a coating system.
I'm sure this floor is going to give us years of good service, and I would have no hesitation but to recommend anybody else using Oltco.